So Robert Trapp in charge of the start. Peter Thompson will like being up higher on the racetrack. David Barbala down low. Go We're Racing as the green one is shown. A little bit of push and shove at the front of the field, and Robert Trapp says, I'm out of here. Nathan Barbala into 2. Peter Thompson drops back into position number 3. The 777 car would be the next one. That's Brad Mendez. Just to the better of Jake Wilkinson as they go under the tower for the first of 20. And Peter Thompson way offline. Out of turn number 2, goes backwards 2 places. The race leader, Robert Trapp, down the main straightaway to the better of Nathan Barbala. Back behind them is Brad Mendez. To the better of the 37 car. Tucked in there is Ken Carroll. Carroll moves up into position number 3 and is the mover at the moment, but he's got a big gap to run down the race leaders. Under the control tower they go once again. The one going backwards is Peter Thompson, trying to get back on the groove as they go round the western corner. We got a car parked the wrong way. We'll bring on the first stoppage for the street stock feature. And Ken Carroll was the one who'd got through the field and got himself up into position number 3, looking for the restart. Outside of the Witch's Hat, Robert Trapp, Nathan Barbala, Ken Carroll. Next one there is Brad Mendez, gets a little bit offline, allowing Peter Thompson to have a bit of a look. Doesn't work. Jake Wilkinson is in there. Ken Carroll is the one working away on the inside of Nathan Barbala as they go down the main straight. They're all chasing Robert Trapp at the moment. Back to Nathan Barbala. Behind him is now Ken Carroll. Bit of a gap back then to Brad Mendez in the 777 car. Peter Thompson round the western corner. Robert Trapp has opened up a bit of a lead over Nathan Barbala this time. Underneath the control tower they go with 15 laps remaining on the event. And again, we've got a problem at the end of the main straightaway. It's the 13 car of Steve Cook that's facing the wrong way. Looks like that might be all she wrote for the Kasalki car. As Darren Kasalki, the back end of the car, is not doing what it's supposed to do. It's all twisted up and he rolls to the infield and out of it. Robert Trapp leads them to the Witch's Hat, and Robert Trapp leads them down the back straight. It's Nathan Barbala with the flat tyre on the infield. To the better of Ken Carroll. Carroll around the western corner in position number 2. Brad Mendez coming under some pressure from Peter Thompson, who gets it wide on the groove again. And Jake Wilkinson gets through as we've got this time car number 4, Karen Clegg, facing the wrong way in the western corner. So we'll line them up again. And as they head towards the Witch's Hat, off and racing Robert Trapp, Ken Carroll. That's the way they go under the control tower. Back then to Brad Mendez. Peter Thompson is close by, and also Jake Wilkinson. Through the western corner, Robert Trapp down the main straightaway he goes to the better of Ken Carroll. Carroll in position number 2. Brad Mendez is still there in 3. Peter Thompson is in 4 with the car wobbling around a little and perhaps some problems with the rear tyres by the look of that. Back behind him is Ken Wilkinson. Under the tower they go, and while this is happening, Robert Trapp has opened up a bit of a lead, although Ken Carroll closes it around the western corner this time. They're coming up on Samantha Killick very quickly. Robert Trapp, Ken Carroll, the 777 car is Brad Mendez. Back then to Peter Thompson in front of Jake Wilkinson as they go underneath the pit gate. The front two cars very close together, Robert Trapp and Ken Carroll. Under the control tower, dozen laps remaining. Back in position number 3 is Brad Mendez, heading towards the western corner once again for our race leader, and that is Robert Trapp. Robert Trapp leads them around the western corner and down the main straightaway once again. Ken Carroll not far away in position number 2. Back then we go to Brad Mendez. The next one would be Peter Thompson to the better of Jake Wilkinson. Back then would be Steve Cook and then Dylan Jarman. We'll go for our race leader down the main straightaway and under the tower once again. Robert Trapp past the pit gate. He can see some slower traffic in front of him. Not too far away is Ken Carroll, and they've driven a little bit further away from Brad Mendez right now. Down the main straightaway once again under the tower for Robert Trapp. Ken Carroll's not too far away. He won't give it up. Back in position number 3 is still Brad Mendez, and Peter Thompson still interested behind him as well as our race leader heads down the main straight. Jessica Dakin Masters is the first one in his sights. Under the tower he goes. Remember, the lap traffic does not have to move out of the way. You're expected to hold the line, that's all. Robert Trapp drives around the outside, down the main straightaway, trying to put some lap traffic between himself and the pursuers. The next one in front of him is Kyron Clegg as they head down the back straight. Ken Carroll is still chasing hard. Back in position number 3, it's still Brad Mendez, but Peter Thompson has closed the gap on him and Jake Wilkinson. Down the main straightaway, Kyron Clegg is the car in front of Robert Trapp. 5 laps remaining in the event and Ken Carroll has closed the gap. Robert Trapp will have to drive around the outside, which he does around the western corner. Ricky Gill is the next one that he puts a lap on underneath the control tower, and he's got a couple of lap cars now between himself and the pursuing Ken Carroll. Peter Thompson's got himself up into position number 3 at the expense of Brad Mendez, and back behind them is Jake Wilkinson. Race leader goes under the tower once again. This time he's on the outside of the 47 car of Bo Peters. Drives around the outside of him. Ken Carroll has got past Kyron Clegg. Down on the inside they go of John Stoward, putting a lap on him as they go under the control tower once again. So 2 lap cars between Robert Trapp and Ken Carroll. Back in position number 3 is still Peter Thompson. Brad Mendez is in there with the 31 car of Jake Wilkinson. Under the control tower, the white flag out, 1 to go. So Robert Trapp, he's got half a lap around the Kingaroy Speedway, and he's won feature race number 1 for the year. Down the main straightaway, Robert Trapp will take it out. Ken Carroll will be home in position number 2. Peter Thompson for 3 in front of, it would have been Jake Wilkinson getting home in front of Brad Mendez. Good drive in the street stock feature race, folks. One-time Queensland champion, put your hands together for him. Robert Trapp takes out a fairly extended street stock feature, but well done. Good drive into second place too, Ken Carroll. And Peter Thompson getting himself home in position number 3 as Robert Trapp goes around. Put your hands together for him, folks. Great win. The excitement now is a production feature coming your way. We'll try and have a quick word with Trappy as the productions will roll out for their first feature event of the season. Yes, right, folks, put your hands together for him. Good effort. Well done. Stayed cool and calm under all conditions and leads home the feature race.